Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name is David and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is my weekly Sunday vlog. Well, it's supposed to be weekly. It's been a while since I've done a Sunday vlog. As you can see, my hair is grown now. No, it's just a wig. But it's been 3 weeks. This is the video where I'm supposed to tell you guys what I've been doing for the past week when it concerning like what movies I've seen, video games I've played, books I've read, if I tried out a new restaurant or whatever. This is the video where it's supposed to tell you guys my thoughts and reviews on them. And it's been like 3 weeks since we've done my last one. So, yeah. This wig is like in the way, man. But anyway, in this video, here's the order we're going to do things, okay? I'm going to talk about what video games I played in the past 3 weeks. And then we're going to talk about movies. And then we're going to talk about the food. Like I tend to try out new restaurants and stuff like that. I travel a lot, okay? So I try out new restaurants. And then we're going to do a Q&A. Whatever questions you asked in the last vlog, I'm going to answer in this one. Whatever comments you put in this vlog, I'm going to pick out 1 or 2 of them. I'm going to answer in the next one. That's how it works, okay? From now on. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you guys what movies I'm looking forward to in 2015. There's a lot of good movies coming out in 2015, okay? We got the new Star Wars, Jurassic World, we got another Avengers movie, we got, well, I got a whole list here. I'm going to go through them, actually alphabetical. I put them in alphabetical order this time, okay? Unlike the video games. If you haven't checked out what video games I'm looking forward to in 2015, it's in the last video I've made, okay? I'll put a link in the description or something. But, okay, first thing we have here are what video games I played in the past 3 weeks. Here, I got them all here. The first one I played was Medal of Honor, the 2010, like, reboot thing, you know? The limited edition. I already played this on PS3. I decided to play it again on Xbox 360. It was only like $5, okay? So it's mainly there for the trophies. I don't know what it was, man, but this game was freaking hard on the Xbox 360. I was playing on easy mode, too. I was like, I'm just gonna I look at I got like 15 to 17 trophies, achievements by the end of the playthrough. And, oh my gosh, it was so hard to beat, you know, I don't know what it was. When I played on PS3, I had no problem with it. It was so hard on the Xbox 360. I don't know what it was. Maybe they upped the difficulty or something like that. Maybe like the code was wrong with my PS3, so all the enemies were always frozen and stuff like that, so I got to shoot them very easily on the PS3. I don't know what it was, okay? But this game was really hard for me. It actually took a lot out of me just to finish the game on easy. So, yeah, whatever. Medal of Honor. Next game I finished was Killer is Dead. Actually, I got the collector's edition here. It was really cheap this time. As you can see, it was only like $9. $8.99. I made a video about this, talking about in great detail about what's inside the collector's edition and stuff like that. I enjoyed the game. I actually haven't played the game since. Okay, I beat it. There's a ton of side missions. I don't know if you saw the video, but where I reviewed this thing, but I actually show you all the side missions and stuff like that. There's tons of stuff to do in the game, and a lot more trophies and achievements I can get. But I don't know, man. There's something about this game I just don't. You know, it's one time I just want to know what it was like, and that was it. You know, that was it. The rest here we got some PS4 games. I actually have a couple PS4 games that I bought on eBay. I bought Tomb Raider Definitive Edition and Assassin's Creed Black Flag, both of them together for $24. How great of a deal is that? So I'm waiting for that to get here. It's supposed to come here in like 3 days. I just bought it last night. So I'll probably play those games very soon in the future. But the games I did finish in the past 3 weeks, I got The Wolf Among Us, okay, from Telltale Games. It was only $20. If you go to GameStop or Walmart or whatever, it's $20 now. It's pretty cheap, okay? I think cheaper if you get a used copy, but there were no used copies where I live. So I had to buy brand new, $20, and the game, you can probably finish it in probably like 5 or 6 hours, okay? There's like 5 chapters. Each chapter is probably like an hour and like 15 minutes tops. But it's a good story. It's a very interesting story. It has like the big bad wolf and Cinderella and Snow White and stuff like that. In a world where it's much more real, you know. What would these characters be if they were living in a world where it's like sex and drugs and strippers and stuff like that, you know. The game's not for kids, you know. It's not like E for everyone. It's M for mature. Next game I played was called Ghost. I played it on Xbox 360, played it again on PS3. Now I have the PS4 version. The game's no different, but I do have to say the graphics are beautiful, man. Compared to last gen and next gen, you know, it is a difference. You do see a difference when it comes to the game. Not like a huge difference. The same game, you know, all the characters and all the maps look the same, but if you look closely, like when I was playing this game with my friends during Christmas. And I kept staring at the ground, the walls, and the trees and stuff like that. I said, David, what's the big deal? I was like, the graphics are really good. Like, I kept standing there looking at trees and stuff like that. It's a tree. I'm looking at a tree trunk, right? But yeah, I thought the graphics are actually quite an improvement. If you played the PS3 version and immediately right after played the PS4 version, there is a difference. Okay. but not like huge difference. But there is, graphics change. And the same thing goes with Killzone Shadowfall, okay? I was looking at the game and was like, wow, the visuals are really great in this game, it's really pretty. But the game is not great. I played Killzone Shadowfall, I finished the game, it was quite a struggle. And I got, like, I think 17% of the trophies or something like that. I just don't like the game. The game mechanics aren't that great, It's pretty, I like the graphics and stuff like that, but the story is boring, the characters are boring, and there's a few glitches in the game. Like there's one part where I play in the game, I just ran right through these enemies. Right, I was playing on easy mode, by the way. It's like I don't care about this game enough to play on normal. I just give myself a challenge. I don't want to play it any longer than I have to. But I was playing the game. And there was one part where all the enemies were all gathered up, right? And they were literally, like, in a straight line. So I just shot straight through and killed all of them at one time. And there was another part in the game where a door opens and the enemies come in, Actually, while they're coming in, I ran right through it, and the door would not close, but the game glitched in a way, So I was inside this room where I'm not supposed to. Like, the door's supposed to close, I'm not supposed to go inside it, right? But I ran in it when the bad guys are coming out, and they were just standing outside the door, and they were just staring at me, and I just shot them all straight, they just keep running up to me. They know where I am, but it seems like they couldn't see me or something. I was inside this little room. It's like a closet. Okay? I walked into this closet. They were supposed to come out, and I ran right through them and stayed inside the closet. The door didn't close, and they were practically like, where is he? They were staring right at me, and I just shot all of them. So it was weird. Killzone Shadowfall, it's not the best Killzone game. Killzone's not exactly the best game series ever, but as you know, Sony fanboys, they just play this game like heck, they just love it. It's like, oh, this is the great first-person shooter exclusive for Sony. If you have a PS4, you gotta play Killzone Shadowfall and stuff like that, but I'm playing the game and I'm like, But so, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Movies. What movies did I watch in the past 3 weeks? I've only seen like 3 of them. I saw, and this actually answers one of the people's questions in my last video. So Axe, ROTYMC. I'm just spelling it out here. There's Axe ROTYMC 12. Okay, he asked me a question last week, or the last vlog, asking me, will I or have I seen The Interview, the big controversial movie starring Seth Rogen and James Franco? I did see it. Okay, I watched it on demand. Because you can't really... I think there will release on DVD eventually or something like that, but right now you can only watch like online, like on Xbox Live or on the PS... buy it from the PS Store or something like that. And I watched The Interview from beginning to end. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that great either, I just watched it. I was like, very nice movie, okay. It was funny. It had some really funny parts. But the whole movie wasn't like laugh, I didn't laugh as much as I wanted to. Maybe like 1 or 2 parts, the entire movie, and that was it. But yeah, I saw The Interview, okay, and it wasn't that bad, I can understand why people had, why the controversy was there, because they did try to kill and they did, by the way. Oh, spoiler alert, they actually did kill the leader of North Korea in the movie. But, whatever. It's an interesting movie. And the next thing, the movie I saw was Big Eyes. It's a Tim Burton movie. The same guy who worked on Alice in Wonderland and the first Batman movie, Batman and Batman Returns. And he did he produced Nightmare Before Christmas and stuff like that. Whatever, right? Tim Burton. He's a weird dude. He came up with a new movie which is a lot more normal, okay? It's based on a true story. It's called Big Eyes. And it's about a woman who was painting, but at the time, her husband took all the credit for all the paintings, okay? Basically. They were like, oh, women don't paint, and stuff like that. And she's been painting for years, and he's been taking all the credit, She's been sitting in her closet or whatever, painting all these emotional paintings, put her life onto the canvas and stuff like that, and he's taking all the money for it and stuff. So I thought it was an interesting movie. I saw it with my friends Tony and Paul brought his sister along, because it was her idea to watch the movie. Just want to hang out. And the last movie I saw in the past 3 weeks was The Giver. The Giver with Jeff Bridges and Meryl Streep, she was in the movie too, and Taylor Swift's in the movie. Like Taylor Swift actually has a cameo in the movie. The singer. The Giver was all right. I remember reading the book way back in I was probably like 4th or 5th grade when I read the book to it. Okay, and I forgot about the book. I forgot what was in the book and stuff like that. I know there was a character named Jonas. I know there was a baby involved and stuff like that. But that was it. And I watched the movie and stuff started coming back to me, and I really liked the fact that they. The movie started in black and white. A lot of people was wondering if it was going to start in black and white, Like when we saw the trailers and stuff like that, it was not in black and white. And then we saw the actual movie, and it was not bad, okay? I actually really enjoyed The Giver. It had the point, whatever the message of the book was, it was in the movie. But I think it could have been executed a little better. Maybe it was someone else, but I thought, Jeff Bridges did a really good job of his part, And there were a couple parts that got me teared up a little bit too. And then the main character, the guy who played Jonas, I think he was a good actor. Okay, I hope to see him again in many other movies. So that was it for movies. Food, I ate a Planet Sub, Wasabi sushi, super buffet for my dad's birthday, and then we went to Cece's because Cece's Pizza with my dad because he actually drove with me to the college place. He wanted to buy something like there was dirt cheap, 60% off on a bunch of tiles or something like that. So he bought that, and in the city, we had to bring up his truck up there, and we picked it up and stuff like that. And we ate at Cece's right after I was finished with the class. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's do Q&A. Let's answer some questions. Okay, the first one here is from Andrew R. He's actually been asking me a whole bunch of questions. I haven't been answering them, so I might as well do it in this video. David, what's your favorite game console? PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360? To me, it's the PSP. Not the Vita, but the PSP, the previous one, okay? I don't know if you guys realize this, but there's a lot of good games on the PSP. It's a handheld console. Handheld system, video game system, but it had a lot of games on it, okay? It had a Call of Duty game. It had 3 Grand Theft Auto games on it, okay? You had Chinatown Wars and the Vice City stories, Liberty City stories. They had 2 God of War games, They had an Assassin's Creed game. It had everything, okay? If you were trying to, it had, let's see, Tomb Raider. It had a Metal Gear game. It had a bunch of Metal Gear games, actually. Like, Peace Walker originated on the PSP. Tomb Raider had a Little Big Planet game. I say God of War. Final Fantasy actually had a bunch of Final Fantasy games on the PSP. They had Call of Duty Roads to Victory. Assassin's Creed. I'm just looking here at what games we have here, and they had Parasite Eve, the 3rd Parasite Eve game, which is not on any other system. It's on the PSP only. We have Killzone Liberation or whatever it was. What is it? Where are my PSP games? Yeah, Killzone Liberation. It was only on PSP. And then we got SOCOM, and we got there were Silent Hill games on it. Everything was on it. PSP had a really good library of games, okay? But, that was one of the cool things about the PSP was that, it had a great library of games. I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling with the PS4 right now. And the Vita was okay, but I'm actually kind of, I'm struggling to find games for the PSP, PS Vita, too. But the PS4, oh my gosh, I didn't need to have more games for the Vita that I'm interested in, okay? There's a few games that I do want to and I want to play, but not anytime soon. It's not. I'm not in a rush to play it. But then Matt, aka Mouse, he didn't actually ask this question on the vlog, but he asked another question on another video. But I do want to answer his question. Okay, he's been around forever, by the way. I give him a shout out on one of my older Star Wars videos a long time ago. He's been around forever. But Matt, aka Mouse, asked me, what were some of the very first video games you played as a kid, and what's your first video game console you owned? So the first console I owned was the PS1. That's where it's pretty much before that. It was the Sega Genesis. My uncle had the Sega Genesis, and everyone came to because he was living with my grandparents at the time, and we always come to his house and we would play on the Sega Genesis. And he had Sonic, Mortal Kombat. We had the X-Men game. And we just played that. He had Outrun 2000 something. We always played those games. Those were the first games I played. I guess the better question is, what is the first game I ever finished? The first game I ever finished was probably Spider-Man, Maximum Carnage on the Sega Genesis. But when it comes to video games, actually, would you guys want to see a video about this? Here, let me try to get it. I got a few here. Would you like to have? Because I have a huge collection of these things. I didn't talk about in my video game collection. Would you like me to talk about these? I don't know if you guys remember this, but they're like little games. Like this is Mortal Kombat right here, Street Fighter. We got Jurassic Park, and I got like 10 others that we can talk about. Do you want me to talk about these? Do you want me to make a video about this? Okay, talking about these handheld systems from back in the day. Because these were technically, I guess, the first video game systems I ever owned. I got like tons of these. Like this is all I own. Like I have a little small collection of these guys, and they're like gigapets. You know, they have. I don't think you guys even remember what gigapets are, but they're really pixely games. Have no, there's no levels. The background stays the same and stuff like that. Because they're horrible games. They're horrible systems and stuff like that. But back when I was a kid, this is what I had when it comes to video games, And I think that's one of the reasons why my video game collection is so big. Because when I was a little kid, I was like denied video game systems and stuff like that. So as a grown up, now that I have money and stuff like that, I refuse to play these things. I want to have like actual video game systems. So I'm like totally obsessed with that, So that's like me analyzing my psychology and stuff like that. But it's like, as a kid, I didn't have a PS1 and stuff like that until I was gifted it. My uncle gave it to me and stuff like that. And so as a kid, I only had these things. I was like always like my friend had the Game Gear. My other friend, he had like the Game Boy Advance and stuff like that. And I had these. So I was always bringing these to school, and I felt pathetic. I was like the loser video gamer of the group. And as a grown-up, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. Compared to my friends, I'm going to be the one with the big video game collection from now on. So that's me just analyzing myself. So, okay. So that's the questions I have. Let's talk about the movies I'm looking forward to in 2015. So I got a list here. It's all in alphabetical order. It's not like release order, It's not like this next movie is going to come out next month or anything like that. But one of the movies I'm looking forward to playing, that I'm looking forward to seeing this year, the next 007 movie, the next James Bond movie, they announced it. The title is Spectre. Okay, now if you know what Spectre is in the James Bond lore, they were like a group of. It's kind of like it's another group of people that they go for. Okay, another spy organization. Okay, with whatever. But this will be interesting. Okay, the next James Bond movie, Daniel Craig will return. They also talk about. I'm not going to mention about the cameos and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next James Bond movie. Okay, Alvin and Chipmunks 4. I watched all the previous ones. I might also watch the next one. Okay, so I happened to see that on the list. So there's going to be another Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. If you don't remember. Alvin the Chipmunks is actually one of the top videos on my YouTube channel. I made a video about the Happy Meal toys a long time ago, and since then it just exploded. Like that's the reason why I got so many subscribers and views of that on my YouTube channel, is because that darn Alvin the Chipmunks video actually got really big. That was the first video that actually made it on my YouTube channel. Ant-Man. I don't know. I saw the trailer too. I'm not really excited about it, but it's another Marvel movie. When I was a little kid, there was no Marvel movies, and comic book movies are very rare and few and far between, stuff like that. So as a grown-up, I was like, if it's a comic book movie, we're just going to see just because it's a comic book movie, okay? So, I don't know. Avengers Age of Ultron. I bet everyone's going to be looking forward to this movie, so I'm not going to talk much about it. When the movie comes out, I'll talk about it. Okay, actually, we'll probably make a video before the movie comes out, talking about what I expect and stuff like that, like a before, and then we're going to do another video about after, like what I expect from Avengers. I think that would be very interesting to watch. Cinderella, there's a live-action Cinderella movie coming out. A lot of people the trailer looks really good, so I'm looking forward to that. Fantastic Four, oh gosh. Once again, just because it's a comic book movie, I'm just going to mention it, okay? But there's going to be a Fantastic Four movie. It's going to be like a completely different cast. Jessica Alba's not in it. There's no Chris Evans and stuff like that. It's like a completely different cast of characters, of actors, okay, playing the characters. 50 Shades of Grey. I don't know. I'm going to put the link of that video in the description. But I actually made a huge video talking about 50 Shades of Grey. It's like super edited. It's like one of the biggest videos I ever worked on, and then I only got like 200 views or something like that. So yeah, check out that video if you haven't checked out already. Furious 7. the next Fast and Furious movie. It's kind of funny because the other day I was going to CD Trade. No, we went to Game Nut. Game Nut is just one of those stores where you buy old DVDs and games and stuff like that. And they had the Fast and Furious 6-pack, and now there's gonna be a 7-movie coming out, and that 6-pack of the movies will be like completely obsolete, So yeah, Hitman Agent 47. I just recently played the Hitman games. I finished the Hitman Absolution a couple weeks ago. Remember that? So I'm curious. I never actually saw the first Hitman game, even though I have it. I have this first Hitman game movie. So I probably will watch this, and then when the next Hitman game, why do I keep saying games? Hitman movie comes out, I'll watch it back to back. Okay. Gem and the Holograms. There was a whole TV show back when I was a little kid. They're actually going to do like Transformers and G.I. Joe and Ninja Turtles. They're making movies of it. They're doing one for Gem and the Holograms, which is like a group of girls who have like fighting powers or whatever. I never really watched the movie, but I'm kind of curious about it. I'm looking forward to the trailer or whatever if it comes out. Jurassic World, as you know, I'm a huge fan of Jurassic Park, so I'm looking forward to the next chapter of Jurassic World. Mean Moms. It's supposed to be like a spin-off of Mean Girls. So there's going to be another Mean Girls movie coming out this year in theaters, but it's called Mean Moms. I don't know what the deal is. Some of you guys may actually look it up on Wikipedia or IMDb or something like that. Probably give me some more information about it. Okay, I don't know who's in it. Minions. There's actually going to be a Despicable Me spin-off called Minions, about the history of the Minions and how they found Gru or something like that, like before, like in the before time, they had their own society or whatever. I saw the trailers for it, but I'm looking forward to that movie. I like the Despicable Me movies. Mission Impossible 5. There's a Mission Impossible 5 coming out this year. I love the last one, Ghost Protocol. If you haven't seen that movie, it's fantastic, by the way. The Mission Impossible movies, they've been going up and down, similar to James Bond, but I really like them. Okay, I really enjoy the Mission Impossible movies. Mockingjay Part 2, the next Hunger Games movie. Going to watch that when it comes out, and looking forward to that one, of course. Pan. Pan is a Peter Pan movie, like a before Peter Pan happened. This was how the story was supposed to be. It's supposed to be like it's another one of those movies that doing live action movies of. We've seen a Red Riding Hood movie, we've seen Alice in Wonderland live action movie, and now they're doing Cinderella, and now they're doing Peter Pan. Which we've seen compared to Hook. Hook take place after the whole story. This one's supposed to take place before, whatever. Not that they're connected or anything. Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension. I have all the Paranormal Activity movies. I might as well watch the next one when it comes out, right? So there it is. Pitch Perfect 2. I actually really enjoyed the first Pitch Perfect movie, so I'm looking forward to the second one. Star Wars The Force Awakens. I think everyone's looking forward to this movie and how it's going to be and stuff like that. Okay, I'm looking forward to the next trailer or whatever. It's going to be forever. It's going to feel like forever, because the movie's actually come out at the end of the year. It's probably going to be the last movie I watch the entire year. Okay, Taken 3. The movie's already out in theaters and stuff like that, but I haven't seen it yet, But that's another movie I'm looking forward to watching. We were actually supposed to see Taken 3 on my dad's birthday, but we decided, we're just gonna go out and eat and just hang out and watch a movie at home instead, So Ted 2, I like the first Ted movie, the one with Teddy Bears, Seth MacFarlane and stuff like that. So they're making a second movie. Looking forward to that. Terminator Genesis. I saw the trailer. It looks fantastic, by the way. And that's the funny thing is that people review trailers and stuff like that. It's like, it's a trailer, man. You're supposed to be deceived by it. The trailer looks good, but the movie isn't that great. I remember when Star Wars: The Phantom Menace was about to come out. There was so much hype around it. Probably the most hyped movies ever. And when the movie came out, look how we see The Phantom Menace today, right? So, but I remember when that movie first came out, people were cheering and they were waiting in line, and there was like fast food restaurants, like 3 fast food restaurants were doing promotions and stuff like that. It was crazy when the Phantom Menace, first Star Wars Episode 1 was coming out, and boy, look at how we see the movie today, right? Like no one cares about it very much anymore. So yeah, Terminator Genesis, Terminator Salvation wasn't that great either. They were supposed to be a new trilogy of movies, and it never happened. So whatever. And finally, the last movie I have here is the Peanuts movie. Is there more? I thought I had more than this. But yeah, the Peanuts movie with Charlie Brown and stuff like that. It's like a CGI movie or something like that. But yeah, I like the Peanuts movies, so I'm looking forward to where Charlie Brown and Snoopy and stuff like that, where to go. Okay, last movie we have on the list was Vacation. You know, back in National Lampoon, you had Vegas Vacation, European Vacation, Christmas Vacation, stuff like that. They're doing another one. And I think Chevy Chase will make a cameo appearance in it. You know, he'll play, like, the grandpa in this movie. Rusty, it's supposed to focus on Rusty, you know, the son of back in those days. He's going to be played by the guy who was in The Hangover, the guy with the glasses, who got married, you know. I forgot his name. But he's supposed to be like Rusty in the new movie, so that'll be interesting to watch, okay? So that's it, everyone. That's all I have to say. This is very long. Where are we? 28 minutes in the Sunday vlogs. I'll be sure to cut my hair, cut this wig or whatever next week. Maybe I'll have a different wig next week. Who knows? But yeah, that's my Sunday vlog for the week. If you watch the entire video, comment, you know, just let me know, because I wonder if everyone's even doing that, okay? So, thank you for watching, people. And do you watch the video all at one time? Because there are podcasts and stuff like that I watch on YouTube, you know, but I watch it in segments. I watch like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and then, you know, or if I'm driving, you know, as you know, I drive to my college, and it's like a 2-hour drive, and it's usually, you know, I listen to the podcasts and stuff like that then, you know, so I don't know if people actually sit there and actually watch me, or do you, you know, actually listen only while you're doing something else? I don't know what you guys do. But yeah, that is my Sunday vlog for this week. I forgot to say what the date is. Well, what the heck is the date? It's like, I think it's like the 20, January, I'm doing it on January 23rd right now, is it? Yeah, it's Friday, January the 23rd right now. But, so it'll be like 25th when you see this video. Okay, so there it is. January 25th, 2015 vlog. There it is. Thank you for watching, people. Rate, favorite, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.